Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, you know what we do. We really dive deep into the readings to show you anything that you need to know and see at this moment in time. We're going to first of all be looking at blockages. So let's see what is currently blocking you at the moment. The divine is saying it's obvious what is blocking you. If you're truly honest with yourself, there are some red flags that are flying high. Ask your friends, ask your family, ask the people around you, and they'll tell you that, this is what you are not seeing. Sometimes we need other people to be our eyes, to point out the obvious. So the divine is saying, don't waste your time. If you see the red flags, take the action that you need to take, because if you don't, it creates blockages in your life. Looking at the weaknesses that are here, let's have a look to see what is coming up. The card that you're receiving is saying that it is time to step in your power and to ask to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone connected to the red flags that we already spoke about. Because the divine is saying that for some of you, you are noticing the red flags, but you're not able to speak your truth. You're not able to ask for that meeting. You're not able to say what you can see and give the other person an opportunity to explain themselves. Because red flags just don't happen just like that. It is a repeated behavior. It is a repeated cycle. And now it is time for you to say, hey, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation. This is what I'm not appreciating. This is what I am seeing and have been ignoring for some time. Please do explain yourself. By giving that person the opportunity to explain themselves, it then allows you to take the action that you need to take. Okay? What you need to let go and surrender. You are receiving our card, which is saying to you, you need to let go and surrender of dismissing the powerful, important messages that your guides have been trying to give you. I feel that it is very much connected to the red flags that are here. Sometimes it is obvious to us what our guides and our ancestors are trying to show us, but sometimes we are not ready to see the truth. So we continue to ignore the red flags. We continue to engage in relationship situations that are obvious that something is not quite right. And your guides could be screaming, they could be shouting, they could be sending you messages, synchronicities, everything. But if you are not ready to pay attention, you are not ready. So this reading is saying you cannot carry on ignoring the obvious, because at some point you will have to address this situation. Okay, so where are your strengths coming from? Your strengths are coming from you paying attention to your dreams. Your dreams have important information. Your dreams are going to be maybe helping you see what you can't currently see at the moment. Your dreams are maybe going to be giving you more information regarding the situation and maybe even how the situation is going to end. So that is where your strengths are coming in. And it is interesting that your guides have already told you that we are trying to give you a message. Pay attention to your dreams, because your guides could be giving you messages through your dreams. Your blind spots at the moment, you're receiving our card, which is saying to you that it is time to activate that hermit mode. When we are dealing with our ancestors, when we are listening to our ancestors, it is important to be quiet, to listen, because your guides, your ancestors are never going to be screaming and shouting at you. They're very quiet. And if you are not in a position to receive, you will miss those messages. So it is time for you to hang that do not disturb sign and ask yourself, how can I listen? How can I hear what I don't want to hear? Sometimes just addressing the fact that you don't want to hear something puts you in a powerful position. So the next card that we have, the advice that is coming up for you, Capricorn, the divine is saying to you that remember that you have choices. You can carry on ignoring the red flags, or you can finally decide to open up your eyes and see what is obvious and to receive the information that your guides are trying to give you, and so that everything is clear before you make that decision, before you make that choice, before you call that meeting. Your guides and your ancestors have already told you how this is going to go, so you are prepared. Maybe you are dealing with a boss who is a narcissist. You're dealing with a situation where someone is always gaslighting you, where someone is always undermining your authority, where someone is always getting you in that spirit of questioning your own sanity. And then you stop, you look at the red flags, you look at their behavior, and you pray about it. And you ask the divine to show you what you are not seeing, and you pay attention, and then you are now able to take the action, the decisions, the choices. You're able to make that, but you're doing so in a divinely guided way. So the last card that we have, what you need to know, your card is revealing that you are dealing with someone who is able to keep your eyes closed and able to silence you. They're able to close that throat chakra. They're able to keep you interested and bound in the situation. And this is why the divine is saying that there are some red flags that are here, but you're not able to see them because you are blinded by love. And I want you to understand that this does not have to be a romantic situation. We can be blinded by love for our children, for our parents, for our friends. The love that we have keeps on making us make excuses for them time and time again. So maybe this is a child that you're dealing with, and they are overstepping your boundaries. Maybe they're engaging in behaviors that are making you think, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And before, you didn't want to say anything because you didn't want to be accused of accusing them of doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing. But the divine is saying to you, you cannot carry on being blind, because by being blind and ignoring the red flags, you are unintentionally giving this person permission to carry on, permission to overstep your boundaries, because they know that you are not going to say anything, you are not going to speak up about what's happening. You're going to remain silent and compliant to their action. Silence is compliance. So next, let's see what's happening. Maybe this is even at work. Maybe you know that your boss is stealing, someone is stealing, and they maybe have information about you. They're trying to keep you quiet, silent, or maybe they're making up some stuff about you. And because you know what they're going to say, because they have no shame, you're just like, I'm going to just pretend like I can't see anything. But sometimes you are an accomplice by association, by just being around someone. When the truth comes out, you could be seeing that this person actually says, you know what? You were there with me. You knew what was going on. You didn't say anything. And the company, the people around you could be looking at you and say, did you know this was happening? Did you? And you're like, well, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I didn't know what to say. So they're like, so you just remained blind to the situation. And now the the attention is diverted to you. You are now the bad person. You are now the person who enabled this behavior. You are now the person who cannot be trusted. Now you're seeming weak. So be very mindful of the red flags that are here, because your entanglement to this situation can see you having people not trusting you anymore. You losing your job because of what someone else did. Maybe they were sending emails that maybe were racist, sexist, whatever, against company policy. You read those emails, you didn't say anything, and now when they're having a meeting, they're like, well, actually, you know, because this is how some people operate. If they are going down, they're making sure that they take everyone down with them. And even if they can't take you down because you didn't really do anything, they'll make sure that when they get dismissed, when they get fired, whatever action gets taken against them, they leave an air of distrust, disrespect. They'll undermine your authority, and people won't really look at you like that anymore. So be really mindful about what is going on here and what you are compliant with, because you're not either speaking up or you're choosing to remain blind by ignoring the red flags. Let's get our tarot card on the table. The card that is coming up for you, Nine of Cups, wishes coming true. Love this for you. Why? Because remember what we spoke about earlier, okay? Your guides already told you that you are receiving powerful, important messages. You are taking action that you need to take that is aligned to your wishes coming true, to your destiny. You are receiving important messages in your dreams that are leading you to finding your treasure, to finding what you've been praying for and asking for a long time. But you must remember that you cannot carry on ignoring the red flags. Why is this? Well, because when now you are celebrating, you are being promoted, life is good. When life is like a bed of roses, guess what's going to happen? This situation is going to come up, okay? And it is going to taint your promotion, your dreams, your wishes coming true. Something will come up. And when you should have been feeling like this, full of joy, when you should have been excited, you are now having to go and deal with this situation. Okay? So the divine is saying that there are good things that are coming towards you, but be very careful and mindful of anything that you're ignoring, whether it's connected to someone that you love, your child, whether this is a work situation, whatever these red flags are, deal with them, because you've got good energies that are coming towards you. Your wishes are coming true. So this is why when it is time to celebrate, you don't want the red flags to be popping up and suddenly the celebrations are now sour. So this is the warning that the divine is giving you, okay? Please do pay attention. And if you found value in this video, I want you to comment the red flags in the comment section below, that you will not be blind to anything that you need to speak about, see, acknowledge, and take action. So give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon. It is a goodbye from me.